Chapter 1. A Sky Worth Chasing. Samuel Whitaker stood barefoot in the pasture behind his family's farmhouse, squinting into the sky. The July sun was sharp, blinding, but it couldn't dim the shape gliding silently overhead. A hawk, wings stretched wide, cutting across the blue like a knife through cotton. "Someday," Sam murmured, shading his eyes. "That'll be me up there." At 12, Sam knew more about gears, pulleys, and tension wires than most grown men in his town. He'd scoured every page of the newspaper for updates on the Wright brothers ever since their miraculous flight at Kitty Hawk in '03. It was now 1909, and the world was changing faster than the horses that still pulled wagons down Main Street. But in Windley, a sleepy farm town nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, flying still sounded like madness. Sam's father, Thomas Whitaker, was a practical man. Wheat, pigs, and hard work were what kept the roof over their heads. "Dreams don't plow fields, boy," he'd said more than once, ruffling Sam's hair with a tired smile. But dreams, Sam believed, were just blueprints waiting for tools. Chapter 2. Junkyard Treasures. Sam's first workshop was an old chicken coop. He cleaned it out himself, nailed the loose boards tight, and dragged in crates of odds and ends: scrap wood, broken plow parts, rusted bicycle wheels. It smelled of oil, dust, and possibility. He worked by lantern light at night, drawing sketches of wings and rudders, copying what little he could find in the old newspapers and magazines Mr. Harland, the postmaster, saved for him. One afternoon, Sam took his wagon into town to visit the local junkyard. There, amid piles of twisted iron and forgotten tools, he found an old bent stovepipe and what looked like a broken windmill blade. As he tried to haul it onto the wagon, a gravelly voice interrupted him. "You think that thing's going to get you to the moon, son?" Sam turned to see a tall, wiry man with a gray beard and a pipe clenched between his teeth. "No, sir," Sam said quickly. "Just building something. Maybe something that can fly." The man chuckled. "Fly, huh? Haven't heard a boy say that with a straight face in 20 years. I mean it. I want to build a glider, like the Wright brothers. They started with gliders." The man nodded slowly. "Name's Grady. Used to work with balloons back during the war. You ever see a balloon rise over the Potomac? Like a ghost with ropes. Beautiful, terrible thing." And just like that, Sam found his first mentor. Chapter 3. Tinkering and Trust. Mr. Grady had a shed out behind his small house on the edge of town. It was cluttered with relics, brass gauges, canvas bags, and coiled wires from another time. "You help me fix the weather vane. I'll show you how to balance a frame," Grady offered. It was the beginning of a strange, wonderful friendship. They worked together in the evenings. Grady taught Sam how to find the center of gravity in a wing, how to stretch muslin tight over a wooden frame, and how to think like the wind. Sam kept the whole thing secret from his father. He couldn't bear the disappointment if his flying machine didn't work, or worse, the stern look if his father thought he was wasting time. By the first frost of October, Sam had a prototype, a glider 5 feet wide, cobbled from broom handles, sailcloth, and bicycle spokes. It looked like it would fall apart in a strong breeze, but Sam believed. Chapter 4. First Flight. The hill behind the pasture was steep, a former grazing slope the cattle avoided. Sam hauled the glider up at dawn, heart thudding with excitement. He strapped it to his shoulders with harnesses made from old feed sacks. Mr. Grady watched from below, arms folded. "Wind's good," he called. "You remember what I told you? Run fast, lean forward, keep her nose down." Sam nodded, took a deep breath, and ran. For a moment, his feet lifted. The glider caught a gust, and Sam soared, 10, maybe 12 feet above the ground. It lasted 3 seconds. Then he landed hard in the grass, rolling into a clumsy heap. Grady hurried up the hill. "You all right?" Sam sat up, grinning through a grass-stained face. "I flew. I really flew." Grady laughed, clapped him on the back. "You sure did, son." Chapter 5. Setbacks. Word got out. Mrs. Bell, the school teacher, saw Sam dragging the glider and told her brother, who told the grocer, who told Sam's father. That night at dinner, Thomas Whitaker spoke low and serious. "You're gonna break your fool neck. You got chores in school, not time for foolishness." Sam protested. But I made it work, just once. If I can try again? Enough, his father said, not unkindly, but firmly. You're a bright boy, Sam, but the sky's for birds and angels. You belong on the ground. Sam stopped building for a while. The coop gathered dust. Mr. Grady still waved when he saw Sam in town but didn't push. Then winter came, and with it, the news. The Wright brothers were touring in France. There were photographs, real ones, of their flying machine in the air over crowds. People cheered, pointed. Sam clipped the photo and hid it in a tin box under his bed. Chapter 6. Spring and Resolve. The thaw came early that year. By March, the ground softened and the wind carried the scent of green things waking. Sam went back to the coop. He redesigned the glider, made it bigger, stronger. Grady gave him a real altimeter from his ballooning days. Won't do you much good unless you're way up, he said, but you might need it someday. This time, Sam told his mother. She smiled, eyes distant. You remind me of your Uncle Henry. He dreamed too. Sam's father noticed the change. He said nothing when Sam came home late from the workshop, grease on his shirt. He simply watched. Chapter 7. The Second Flight. By May, Sam was ready. The new glider was 8 feet wide, reinforced with stronger spars and carefully stitched canvas. Grady stood by again, this time with a walking stick. He was getting slower, coughing more. Sam launched from the hilltop. This time he flew farther, almost 30 feet before landing smoothly on both feet. He ran back up and flew again, and again. By the fourth flight, a small crowd had gathered. Mrs. Bell, the grocer, even the sheriff, and Sam's father. After the last flight, Sam stood panting, grinning, arms full of his glider. His father approached. That yours? Yes, sir. I built it. Thomas nodded. Looks like it holds. Sam braced for the lecture. Instead, his father picked up the glider's frame, ran a calloused hand over the canvas. You think she could carry a man someday? Sam's heart leapt. I think so. Not yet. But soon. His father looked him in the eye. Well, let me know when you need better wood. Sam blinked. You mean? Thomas smiled. Dreams don't plow fields, but maybe someday they'll fly over them. Epilogue. Wings of the Wind Years. Later, long after Sam had earned a place at the Wright School of Aviation, long after Mr. Grady passed and the glider hung in a museum, people asked Sam what made him first believe. He always said the same thing. I saw a hawk in the sky, and I knew the wind didn't belong to birds alone. And with that, he would smile, eyes tilted skyward, toward a dream he once built in a chicken coop, with nothing but scraps, courage, and the wind.